Here it is, the MT-07 Tracer, learner approved, provisional license. These things are a really good bike. Pillion looks like it's a good comfortable deal. The seat's pretty good. The suspension's really good on these things. You know, any gear you're in, you accelerate, the thing just takes off like a scolded cat. For what it is, an MT-07, a learner approved bike. You know, in the past you'd take off and you'd be going nowhere. These things, they just go. The pipe sounds good. You know, the thing I like about bikes that are not as high powered as your super naked bikes or super sports bikes or anything like that is you can have so much fun on these. You can get on them, wring the absolute curry out of it, and you're not actually going overly quick, but you certainly are having a lot of fun. This bike is sensationally fun bike, and it's very pretty too. I actually like it. It's so I guess, boiling down to it, would I own this? Absolutely I would. These things are easy to ride. They're the easiest thing to ride. There's no electronics to worry about. Just get on and go. And you know, and would you be able to use this throughout the years? Absolutely. My first bike was a 1978 Triumph, and I mean, this is probably the same power, I guess, in some respects, but I'd say a bit quicker. This thing is just so much fun. And have a look at the setting where we're at. Where do you reckon you'd ride a Tracer? Go to uni, do your city traffic runs, cost you bugger all in petrol, shoot out to the bush, and away you go. And that's what it's about. We live in Australia. Anywhere you lived in the world, this bike will take you. So today we have been trialling the MT-07 Tracer. This is a LAMS approved bike. What would this particular bike, who would it suit? I think it'd suit most people. For me, the Tracer has worked well for me. I could live with this bike, easy enough. For a person that just got their license and was getting into bikes, it's a very easy, user-friendly bike. Not too many computers or anything to trip you up. For someone getting back into bikes that had been out of them for a while, this is just like your old bike, except everything works. Everything, the suspension, the brakes work adequately enough. There's very little computer stuff, like I said, to trip you up. Everything works grand. So let's have a look. This particular bike, it has a pipe. So basically, if you were going to get one of these, I think the Acura Povik pipe is a great idea. It's a two-piece, but you have to buy the whole lot to make it work. Front disc brakes, rear, ABS is the only thing on this thing that is electronics. The radiator guard or grille, great investment. Every new bike should have one, and I don't see why they don't. This one has one. So let's try and have a look. Before we go any further, I'm looking for 1,000 subscribers to keep on getting paid by YouTube. They've changed their settings now, and unless you have 1,000 subscribers or X amount of views, you don't get paid. So I'm getting the views, but I just need to increase my subscribers. I'm just about at 700 now. I need 300 more, and I'd like to go to town and start making a bit of money again. So please subscribe to my channel. Just go down the bottom there, hit the subscribe button, hit the notifications button, hit the like button, comment. You know, I'm all up for it. Okay, so let's go back to this bike. The sitting position is comfortable. The pegs, your feet are in a very comfortable position for all types of riding. This bike is quite tall, so if you're a little shorter than normal, it's a little uncomfortable. I would say this is at the height of an MT10, so occasionally I'm a little uncomfortable on certain angles, but overall, if you were a little shorter, you would go for something, maybe the MT07 in standard mode. As you can see, the suspension's jacked up on this, or an 03 if you're going to start out. The MT03, MT07, MT09, the MT10, all the MT range are the best in the business. They are so good. The fueling's crisp. The bikes have got so much punch for what they are. First, second, third, if you're in third gear, 60 k's, just accelerate. Don't worry about changing down. If you're in fourth gear and you're doing 80 k's, if you're in fifth gear and you're doing 120, it just keeps on pulling. A magnificent bike. So, seating position's comfortable. I would say for a pillion passenger, that would be quite comfortable. The grab rails are quite big and firm. The indicators are very good. I've ridden this bike in traffic. I've ridden this bike on country roads, up in the mountains, in the rain and at night. So, seating position is comfortable, pillion position is comfortable. The MT09, I believe, Tracer has panniers, the 07 doesn't, so that's something to think about. The screen, so let's go to the front. The screen works very well at blocking wind. These little protector here works well. I think the whole bike looks quite good. I can say that the lights are sensational. You don't need high, like if you're just in low beam, travelling along in the dark, it covers all the road from side to side and in front. Best yet I've ridden on the MT range. My MT10, when you turn into a corner, they dip a bit. These lights are wonderful. The ABS works well in the front. The brakes pull you up. The rear trails a little bit more. It's not as bitey, but I think if you're getting back into the learner market, it's a great idea to have a bike that doesn't have too bitey brakes. So let's see, it's easy to pull a side stand down. There is no centre stand, so forget about that. The seat is fine. The fueling and the petrol, I was half a tank and I just filled up then thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to have $6. $6 for fuel. For half a tank. Now, I think the range looks like it's good. It's good for around 300 k's on this, which makes this an exceptional tourer if you're going to head out in the bush, head out in the country, head out on roads that aren't as well worn. So simplicity. Have a look at this. You're new to the scene, or you're coming back to it. High and low beam, a horn, left and right. Let's have a look at the dash. You watch this dash light up. Wonderful dash. Everything you need. Clock, I think the fueling gauge is better than the MT10. It actually goes down each step. On the MT10 you're sort of like full and then half and you're like, oh my god! Gears are easy to read, RPM, speedometer, very easy. How does it sound? So, kill switch, power, start, hazard. That's easy. The only thing I would like to see on the Yamaha range is a cancelling indicator. But you know, that's really marginal, isn't it? A cancelling indicator. That light's a good, strong light. Okay. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? What else is there? Suspension. Suspension is really good. It's quite high up, as I said, so if you're a bit of a shorty, you're going to battle with that, you might want to look at another range. But the suspension travel is really good. So if you're traveling two up, or you're traveling with luggage, it would be nice to see this model with luggage and panniers so that you could just take it straight away. But really, for a little bit more of an outlay, what a great all-arounder this bike is. I've travelled down dirt roads, I've travelled through the bush, I've travelled over old wooden bridges and grass and you name it. roads, freeways, mountains, rain. In the rain, the Michelin tyres are really good. I couldn't feel any loss of grip whatsoever. So for me, front and rear, no loss of grip whatsoever. Yeah, unless I guess you're really going hard, but I mean, if you're a beginner and you're looking for a Lambs bike, or if you're getting back into motorbikes, this bike would satisfy you for many years. Everything works well. Add some panniers and you don't have to do anything to this bike, I suppose. Sorry, if you're going to buy this, you'd add the pipe. I guess they're around 1600, 1800 fitted. The panniers, and away you go. That's all you need. Overall, how would I rate the Tracer? The MT-07 Tracer, Lambs approved. It's a winner. It's a winner in every aspect, and I guess the only disappointing thing, if you're a little shorter in height, that this bike here is just a little too tall for you. But overall, does everything, all terrain, and 253, it must be good for 300 kilometers, and that in itself makes this a great bike. And for the price, it's a winner chicken dinner.